Springfield child abusing parents on the news.
Hello. Welcome to GNN News. This is Anchorman George Cunningham. We interrupt this program with some breaking news. This just in the past few weeks, 11 arrests have been made. The people who got arrested were Alan Jones, Curtis and Winter Wilson, Andres and Gracie Davis, Sean Buford, Dan Easton, Kaysen and Dior Concord, and Will and Nella Keating. All of the convicted criminals in question were charged for child abuse. However, the majority of them were also charged for child neglect and child abandonment. Those who were charged for child neglect and child abandonment are the following: Curtis and Winter Wilson, Andres and Gracie Davis, Sean Buford, Dan Easton, Kaysen and Dior Concord, and Will and Nella Keating. And the majority of those parents, including Alan Jones, were also charged for multiple counts of aggravated assault. Sean Buford was also charged for police corruption. Dan Easton was also charged for attempted murder against his ex-wife Maria and their two daughters Simona and Adriana. And Will and Nella Keating were also charged for cross-family manipulation and falsification of a crime. A court hearing will be held for each of these convicts at a time. In other news, the Springfield Police Department has just reported an escaped convict on the loose. This fugitive goes by the name of Nash Morris. 2 years ago, he got expelled, arrested, and disowned for looking up explicit content on school grounds. If you see this missing criminal, call the police immediately. And here's a holographic projection of the escapee. He wears a teal hoodie, gray cargo pants, blue military boots, and blue sunglasses with red shades. He also has albino skin and black hair. And that's all for now from GNN News. More updates on the convicted child abusers will be provided at a later time. But until then, we now return you to our regularly scheduled program. This is Anchorman George Cunningham, signing off.
Oh no! Nash escaped.
Curses. I thought we got rid of that sick pervert for good. We gotta call the police on him if he ever comes anywhere near us.
Good idea, Nolan. We cannot let that monster of a so-called son of ours to get back at us for kicking him out of our family.
Tiyana, get over here right now.
What is it, Boris?
Remember when we got sentenced to 30 years in prison 7 months ago?
Boris, I think it's clear that we were at the courthouse together with the rest of our gang. And you pretty much know how well I remember that day. So why do you ask?
Because I just saw a news report saying that 11 residents from Springfield got arrested for child abuse and a prisoner from that city escaped and is on the loose.
Springfield? But that's where I worked as a teacher. Not to mention Alan fired me for the way I treated my kids from my marriage with my ex.
Well, you're probably gonna be shocked to hear this, but Alan Jones was one of the people who got arrested. He got charged for aggravated assault and child abuse.
Say what? After firing me from Springfield, Alan got arrested for child abuse and aggravated assault? How's that even possible? Hold on, Boris. I'm getting a phone call. I'd better take this. Hello?
Tiyana, it's me, Pierre Webster. You see the news?
No, but Boris did, and we were just talking about it. Why would Alan Jones get arrested after firing me and testifying against us?
Because Alan orchestrated most of the mass assaults that occurred back at Springfield. And he wasn't the only one who got arrested.
Boris told me that 10 other residents from your old town got arrested too, but do you happen to know who they were?
It was Curtis and Winter Wilson, Andres and Gracie Davis, Sean Buford, Dan Easton, Kaysen and Dior Concord, and Will and Nella Keating.
Why would the parents of the majority of Tripp's gang get arrested? They didn't do anything.
According to the news, they all neglected Tripp, Alexine, Caden, Deacon, Simona, and Annex and Nexar. Sean was also charged for police corruption.
Hold on a second. Boris, I'm speaking with Pierre on the phone. He said that Curtis and Winter Wilson, Andres and Gracie Davis, Sean Buford, Dan Easton, Kaysen and Dior Concord, And Will and Nella Keating got arrested along with Alan Jones. Is that what you were trying to tell me?
Uh-huh.
Pierre, did any of the people you just mentioned do anything else?
Will and Nella Keating also got arrested for duping Ivan and Emily Sullivan into disowning Lena and Aurora without consent. They threatened to frame them for giving the Sullivan sisters the weapons they used to assault Nella and Gwen Alinsky. As for Dan, he tried to murder Maria and their daughters.
Wow. And Crotoon Productions Incorporated said I'm the crazy one.
I know there are other child abusers who are crazier than you, as you'd put it, but Tiyana, I swear, can you please leave me out of this?
Excuse me. Do you mind? I'm on the phone.
Sorry.
Oh, and the Wilson, Davis, and Concord parents also assaulted Tripp, Alexine, and Caden respectively. Dan did the same thing to Simona and forced Maria to do it with him.
Like you forced Lisa to disown Samantha without consent and threatened to shoot the former in the head with a revolver?
Not exactly, but footage showed Dan going crazy all the way to the Rapper City police station. He went berserk.
Okay, Pierre, this might be another reason for you to lay low for a bit. But if you see Samantha, don't do anything to her until you know for sure if the coast is clear. Understand?
You got it, boss. No revolver.
Well, Boris, you were right, but something about this news report doesn't make sense. If Alan and most of the Tripp Gang's parents got arrested for all those crimes, who escaped from jail at Springfield?
It was someone named Nash Morris.
Whoa. Back up. Did you just say Nash Morris?
You know him?
He was literally the worst kid who ever attended Springfield High School. Alan got him expelled after when his parents, Nolan and Nyla, got him disowned at his office. He did something so inappropriate, so disgusting, that even the rest of the Tripp Gang could never do. And he did it in private at the school hallways.
What did this Nash kid do exactly?
He looked at explicit content on one of the school laptops. From what I heard, it was disgusting photos of minors.
Now that is sick. I may abuse Caillou, but I would never look something like that up.
And I guess neither of your kids did that either. I honestly wouldn't do that either. But if Nash did escape, which we now know is the case, this could get messy for Stephanie and everyone she met at her old high school.
Are we gonna go testify against Alan and the others and help look for Nash? Because I remember when Alan assaulted my ex on Mike Animate's channel when he got exposed for everything he did as the principal of the very school you got fired from.
Seriously? Alan assaulted Doris for showing his true colors in Mike Animate's channel? The same channel where Stephanie grounded me and my ex for flipping her off?
I honestly didn't know that Diesel Gavin had the guts to do that to Stephanie, but yeah, that channel.
Well, regardless, even if I were to think of giving Alan the taste of his own medicine for testifying against me, we can't. We're still on the run even upon getting married, remember?
Oh, right, I forgot.
So I'd say we let our exes handle Alan on their own. And if we so much as see Alan the moment we get put back behind bars, I'll hit him where it hurts for taking my old job away. Hear that, Alan? When I see you, get ready. This is personal.